everyone! So today I'm going to be showing you a more updated tour of my altar. I did a video on this, I don't know, I think a couple years ago now, like a little tour of it and what everything on it meant and stuff. And I've been getting requests in the comments on that video to make like an updated version. And I kind of want to do it again anyway because my altar has changed quite a bit since then. I've been putting like a lot of energy into it and adding new things to it and making it more meaningful to me and stuff like that. And I'm really enjoying just using it a lot at the moment and just having it around. So I thought I would show you. And just so you know, I'm not going to be explaining what every single piece on it means like I did in the last video, because I'll kind of just be repeating myself then, because, you know, that's info is already out there in the last video. But I can explain what some of the new pieces mean. And also, in case you haven't seen my last video on my altar and you're wondering or whatever, I have a sort of neo-pagan-ish spirituality. That's the best kind of word that I can find to describe it, but it's not really very strict. I just kind of do whatever feels right to me. So yeah, it's more of just a descriptive word. That's it. Here is my altar. Okay, so here is my altar. As you can see, it isn't on the little chest of drawers that it used to be on. That was in my studio, but it was just getting way too small because, as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff on my altar. And I felt like it wasn't really getting enough attention when it was in my art studio, so I've moved it to my bedroom and it is on top of these little shelves. So I'm going to start from this end and go kind of that way. So first, you would have already seen this. It is this dragon statue that is actually an ashtray, but I don't use it as such. I did just have tumbled crystals in it in the top bit, but I've moved them to the bottom and now I have this bull horn here. So this actually used to be a drinking horn, I believe, and I found it at a second-hand shop and bought it, and I felt that it looked a little bit bare, so I just started decorating it. And as I did so, I kind of realised that I wanted to use it as a kind of spiritual tool and keep it on the altar. It's currently on my altar and it's all decorated up and everything, but I'm still working on cleansing it and blessing it. I might actually pick it up for you. I don't know if you can see, but in underneath the horn I have a couple of little crystals and also a hagstone that I found, and I drew a rune on it, but I need to redo it because it's gone all yucky. But I've been putting that kind of stuff like that underneath the horn so the energy can kind of rise up and go into it and stuff like that. And underneath the dragon I have all my little tumbled crystals, as you can see, and also this mushroom. There we go. Which I kind of have on the altar because I just really love mushrooms, and I do feel like a really strong connection with them. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but I'm sure if you're already subscribed to me you know how much I love mushrooms, so I had to have one on my altar. And yeah, it just sits in there with all the little crystals. And then over here I have my cauldron, which you would have already seen. Anyway, I've had it for years and I use it for my sage sticks, as you know, and I stuff them out in there and then I put the ashes in the garden or whatever. The cauldron is also, well, for me anyway, I think really good for sage, since cauldrons are often used for like banishing things and stuff like that. And then I also have my smudging feather, which I found, of course. And then next to it I have, let me just zoom out a little bit, this piece of selenite. So that kind of just sits on the side there because I'm just really running out of room and I need a bigger altar. And then over here, hanging off of this dragon on the side, I have a little spell pouch. I think this is actually 2 spell pouches, but it is Smite Thee ×3 when I was having kind of a bit of trouble with negative energies and entities hanging about the place, and as soon as I got this it all just calmed down really quickly, which is good. I mean, if you want to know where to get it, I've talked about this in a previous video, but that was like a year ago, the tag for it. There's actually a website where you can order these, and you can also get spell candles as well. They're really, really good. So I'll leave a link to that in the description if you're interested. But yeah, it's really great because they're already like pre-made, so you can just have them and they just work on their own. Oh, also I didn't mention, but as you can see I also added this cloth to it. It's like a purple velvet with pretty stars because the white was a bit boring and I've always wanted to have velvet underneath on the altar, so yes. But anyway, so I got this little crystal skull. I got that little crystal, and then I have this sort of crystal wand, nearly, sort of, that I got from my mum as a little art exhibition congratulations gift, which I use a lot. And then I have this one, I can't remember, I swear I know what this is called, I'm just having a mental blank, but yeah, I use that one a lot too, and I actually used it for the bullhorn to cleanse. I put it inside of it for a couple of nights, which seemed to work quite well. Then I have this little clear quartz crystal, which is really cute. And this one's fairly new as well, like I only got this the other day. Then I have my smoky quartz. I just had to bring it up closer because my camera is playing up and not focusing. As I said in the previous altar video, I use this for regrounding myself after using Moldavite, but also after kind of doing any spells. Okay, my camera is playing up a lot, so I'm really sorry if this isn't in focus. Then I have this piece of labradorite because I have a lot of labradorite on the altar because it's just my favourite crystal. And I also have this wonderful crystal ball, which is also fairly new. I believe it's smoky quartz, correct me if I'm wrong, I was never told what it was when I bought it.